This week's parsha is the most important parsha in the entire Torah. You may ask, why is this week's parsha the most important in the entire Torah? Well, let me tell you. Unlike the last two parashot, each of which covered events spanning 1,000 years, Parsha Lech Lecha covers about 30 years in the life of Avram. But those 30 years are action-packed. God's call to Avram moving to Canaan, famine, going down to Egypt, the First World War, rescuing a kidnapped Lot, the covenant between the parts, the promise of the land of Israel, the birth of Ishmael, the changing of names to Avraham and Sarah, the mitzvah of circumcision, and the promise of a son to Sarah. But none of that is why this is the most important parsha in the entire Torah. The reason this is the most important parsha in the entire Torah is because it demonstrates what it means to live in the legacy of Avraham. Avraham Avinu had to tackle many challenges throughout his life. They came in all shapes and sizes. He was challenged spiritually, morally, and physically. He was challenged spiritually when he was a child and came to the realization of the reality of one God while living in a world of idolatry. The young Avram chose to challenge the beliefs of everyone who came his way, leading to him being thrown into a furnace. He chose truth, even at the expense of his personal safety. He was challenged physically when Lot was kidnapped, and he took on 5 armies to rescue him. Again, he chose truth, even at the expense of his own safety, to protect the safety of his family. He was challenged morally when he went down to Egypt and bent the truth by telling Pharaoh that Sarah was his sister in order that the Egyptians wouldn't kill him. This time, he bent the truth to protect his safety at the possible expense of Sarah's safety. Twice, he chose to pursue truth and justice, clearly the right choice. Once, he chose untruth, and it certainly leaves us with questions as to whether it was the right choice. But this is what makes Avraham and all of our biblical characters special. They are not portrayed as perfect. They're real people. They make choices. They make mistakes. They learn and grow. There's a favorite quote of mine that I've always pictured Avraham saying, "There are truths and there are untruths. And just because you're in a minority of one doesn't make you wrong." We all face challenges in life and don't always know how to respond. But if we take a lesson from Avraham Avinu and keep our compass fixed on truth, we'll come out in the right more often than not. That is one reason why this is the most important parsha in the entire Torah. But the other reason is that the most important piece of Torah is whatever piece of Torah you have in front of you right now. Shabbat Shalom and Am Yisroel Chai.